Hey guys, my name is Marjorie and welcome to my channel. Today's video is I'm joining this challenge, the Sunday Funday, that is hosted by Deco Easy and the Crafting Cousins. So please check out the playlist and their channels. So I'm using these wreath frame from the Dollar Tree, some Chanel stems. I've got 2 rolls of 10-inch black and white deco mesh from the Dollar Tree that was 50% off. This cute little elf that I got from Craft Outlet, and then I'm using 3 various ribbons. The gray elf Merry Christmas one is from Craft Outlet and the other is from Dollar Tree. So here I'm just showing you that there are sections in each wreath. This wreath form has 6 sections. And on the top 2 rings, which was the first one I did, is I put the Chanel stem in the middle. And then on the lower or outer 2 rings, I put 2 additional Chanel stems. And I'm just showing you how I do that. And I do that to each section. So you'll need at least 18. So you'll need 18 Chanel stems. Here I've cut my deco mesh to 40 inches long, and the only reason I did that was because I don't like to have spare mesh laying around. I like to try to use it all up so I can clear out my work on my crafting space. Anyways, I roll the one end a few times, and then I use a clothespin to keep it in place. Sorry, I'm at a loss for words. And then I go to the other side and do the same thing, and then I just walk my fingers up. So this is kind of a combination of a curl method and a ruffle method. And then so I put 1 in each of the pipe cleaners, and as you could tell, I've only put 2 of them in. I'm about to put my 3rd one in, and it is a pretty full wreath. So this is a real nice method, and I really like this deco mesh too, because it's not like your normal, it's more like a cloth mesh. So I like it, it's really nice. So here I have just 1 section full, and then I just make sure everything is fluffed up and looking nice. So I've got my ribbons that I've cut into 14-inch tails, and on the 2.5-inch I went ahead and dovetailed it, but on the 1.5-inch I just cut it at a slant. And that's what I normally do when I have like the 1.5-inch or smaller. I don't know, that's just something I do. I know a lot of people do the dovetail, but it does give a different look to it as well. And so I just go in and add my ribbon to all of my Chanel stems. And here, this little elf is just really cute. So I'm going to attach some of this wire. It's actually like silver floral wire that I got from Michael's many years ago. And I'm just taking a long piece and attaching it to the elf underneath his little scarf. And as you'll see me fidgeting, I'm actually just trying to get all the little, I don't know, the little spikes or whatever in his collar just to come out, and make sure I hide that wire frame. I mean, not the wire frame, excuse me, the wire. So then I'm going to take another piece and so I can anchor the bottom of the elf to the wreath as well. And I just shove it in his backside. And that's about all I do. And then I just give it a good couple twists. So here what I should have done is rolled these down, but I wasn't sure if I was going to add anything yet, and I decided not to add any extra stuff like deco tubing or anything into the Chanel stems. So I'm just rolling them down and hiding them in the back. You're more than welcome to cut them off. You can do what I just did, or you could take a little pencil or pen and wrap the Chanel's stem around it to give it a little curly Q look. But I knew I was going to add some ornaments to this wreath, so I thought it was just best to not have them showing. And all I'm doing is taking my wire, poking it through the wreath frame so I can go ahead and attach the elf to the frame. So once I've got that done, oh my goodness, guys, I'm so sorry. I'm just really tired today. But I just have some ribbon. This ribbon actually was from Hobby Lobby. And I don't know, I was struggling that day to get my bows situated. But it finally came together and it turned out really nice. So I typically just use like 6.5 inch loops. And here I did 4 loops, total of 2 on each side, and then I started with the next ribbon. And you can see as I just alternate the different ribbons. Now with this gray elf ribbon, as you can see, it was kind of just curling up on the edges, and it was because how it was rolled onto the spool. So I just took the remaining of it off of the spool, hopefully hoping that it wouldn't be as bad trying to make these loops and stuff. But I just do that and add my loops to each end and my tail, and then I call it a day with this ribbon. But I do add in a little bit more of the black and the 1 inch. Making these bows is really good to use up some of your scrap ribbon. And again, I'm the same way with my ribbon as I am with my deco mesh, but I end up having more scraps of ribbon, or I shouldn't even say scraps, to just have like low amounts on spools. And that kind of happens when you use multiple ribbons and stuff on a wreath. But it's nice, so I can actually make this a full bow. And so once I finish on that, making my other loops, then I'm actually taking this small 1.5 inch ribbon, and I'm just going to make a center loop with the remaining ribbon. So here I'm just trying to attach my big bow to the wreath, and then once I get it on there, then I'll go ahead and start the fluffing process, and I'll dovetail my ends of the ribbons, and I'll cut the 1.5 inch tails at an angle. I find it a lot easier to be able to do this, put my bow on the wreath form first. It helps keep it a little stable, and it allows me to manipulate the bow a lot more. I did find that when I was trying to do it before I put it on the wreath, that I would actually kind of smush it or get it out of whack when I was trying to put it on the wreath frame. So I just decided that I would do it this way. But fluffing to me takes a little bit of time, because you really got to make sure that you got everything looking nice, and it's all fluffed out real big and pretty. And you got to make sure that your loops are not flat, and sometimes on a big bow some of the loops can be, you could miss a couple of the loops. But I guess that's one of the benefits of actually fluffing out your bow before you put it on the wreath. But however you like to do it is your preference. Both ways are good with me. But in here I'm just dovetailing the ribbons right now, and I just really like how everything turned out. I chose to put the black ribbon in there because, not just because it was cute and had the little candies, but because I used the black and white deco mesh, which I got that because of the elf's arms and legs were black and white, and I really liked that color combo. So I think everything turns out really well. A lot of times if you just kind of, let me step back for a second. Sometimes I just buy my ribbon first and then just try to find something to go with it afterwards, or make a centerpiece to go with it. Or sometimes I'll find my centerpiece and then do that as well. So I just look at what I think is really cute and adorable and just try to go with it. So here what I'm doing, and I didn't show you the first part, is I've got some of these ornaments already attached, and all I did is string up 3 ornaments and made a little bundle, and then I tied them to the wreath frame with the wire, the same wire that I used on the elf. So then I decided excuse me, that what I wanted to do was just take some other single ornaments and just hot glue them sporadically around the ribbon. Excuse me, around the wreath in the ribbon. So I really like how everything turned out. So here's the finished look, and I think he turned out so absolutely adorable. I actually named him Stanley. I don't know why, but that's just the name that popped in my mind when I thought about him. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.